What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be on Tier Maker, and I'm going to be going back with another WWE gaming list. I think there's a little bit different games this time, so it's not the exact same games, but there obviously are those same games on this list. So like I said last time, it will be from S to F, and then never played. So without further ado, if you guys like content like this, please give it a like, and let's get into it. Alright. Also, don't forget to subscribe. So, backyard wrestling. Backyard wrestling. See, I have a fondness of backyard wrestling. I used to play it at my uncle's house when I was young. So, it's pretty good. It's kind of just like all over the place. And I don't really count as like a wrestling game. But like, I feel like it should be at least maybe a C. Because like, it's not bad. And I have played it before. So I can't say that like, at least I never played it. I think it's like a C, because I think it's just mid, you know? Like, it's just mid. So, yeah. Backyard Wrestling 2 is probably the same thing. Maybe a B. I don't know, I enjoy these games a lot, but, like, they're not very good, per se. But, I don't know, I'll just put them both together for now, and then I'll make revisions later. WrestleFest. I never played that, so I can't say. Immortals for the phone was kind of sick because it had good graphics and like the game itself was kind of like Mortal Kombat in a way. But like personally, I give it like a B because like I used to want to play this so often. Then when I finally got it, the year later they literally got rid of it, so I was kind of pissed off at that. Yeah, but Immortals is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like B plus or A or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty good at a B. I don't know what this game is, but I know I've played it before. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like WWE Universe or something like that. But I'm not exactly sure. But I'm just going to put it at C. Because I know it's not that good of a game. It's kind of like mid before and it wasn't that good. I've never played this game, so no. All Stars is definitely... Okay, personally, I feel like people overrate All Stars. But I think it's an A. Yeah, I'm going to put it at A. Because it's fun, but like there's like I said in the last video, there's not much to do in it, you know? Like once you finish the story, it's just matches, you know? So it's like that's why I keep it at an A. It's good, but it's not that good. Supercard, so honestly Supercard, the fact that it's still going, I'm gonna give it at least A. Cause like, I still play this game to this day. And like the gameplay's kinda like, but it's a card game, so you can't really like judge it on that. But the game itself isn't bad. I just feel like it's too microtransaction based. I think I might put it down to a B plus because of the microtransactions. But it's also a phone game, and you kind of know that going in. I'll keep it at B for now, and then I'll make, like I said, revisions later. Here Comes the Pain. Well, we already know where this is going. Okay, wait. No, it's not going there. It's going to the S tier because it is best game of all time. It has Brock Lesnar on the cover. I'm pretty. Here Comes the Pain. The career mode's goated. The season mode, it's not career mode, it's season mode, is goated. Everything's goated in the game. Match types, everything, even graphics for the time was goated. So I mean, I'll take this game over any other game. I just don't want to talk too much about it because I've actually talked. It will be linked in the description. So if you guys want to see that and my other opinions on that game, you'll see that. Day of Reckoning 2. I don't remember where I ranked this one. But if I ranked it different, then at least I'd say B. Yeah, I'll say B because the game is good and the roster is good. I'll go B plus actually because the game's pretty good. The graphics were good because I played on GameCube. I think it's only on GameCube, and the graphics were amazing for a GameCube game. So yeah, and then they have like that's when they put in the stamina system, I think, right? And that's when John Cena first became like a really good superstar back then. I think it was 2004, 2005. Yeah. ECW, never played this. ECW Revolution. I don't think I was alive for that game. Fire Pro Wrestling 2, never played. Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the Fire Pro Wrestling games, but I know how good this game is, and I have played it. I do have it. I kind of give it a B plus because the creation suite is amazing. You can make any superstar you want. The match types are really cool. Like you have like death matches and stuff in it, and like barbed wire. But see, it's a B plus because the next game is an A plus, which is Fire Pro Wrestling World, or A, not A plus, because this game is so freaking goated. I don't even care, man. Like they have New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers who are now AEW superstars. Some of them, like this game is just so sick because they have like a general manager mode. Like the creation suite's still amazing. You can download wrestlers. It's like and honestly, I was planning on doing one of the Fire promoter like series on this, but like if you guys want to see that, I don't know, man. If I get some likes on this video, I might do that. Alright, but like yeah, like this game is actually really sick, and it doesn't even cost that much on the PlayStation, so I think it's like $20 or something like that. Like it's good. It's really good for the price, especially. Fire Pro Wrestling never played, and it's going into a no. This is really bad. It's going into a D. These Legends Wrestling, this one too. These Legends games are just so bad. Like the gameplay sucks. Like the Legends roster is really cool, seeing all the Legends, but like the game itself is just bad. Like I can't play that game for more than 20 minutes, and I've had both of these, so I can't play them for more than 20 minutes. I'm putting them on the D tier. Lucha Libre Wrestling, I've never played. This one I never played. I don't know what game that is. It's probably way before my time. Raw 2, I've never played, but I'm gonna rank it as at least an A because I know I've seen people play it. So I count that as like me playing it in a way. So I'm gonna rank it as an A because I know how goated the game actually is. Smackdown. Oh no, this is not Smackdown versus Raw. This is Raw itself. Yeah, the game's trash. Very trash. If you want to see, I ranked this game last time in the same tier. I'm pretty sure it's garbage. Wrestlemania. This is WrestleMania. I don't know which game this is. If I don't know what game it is, I never played it. And WrestleMania 18, I never played that one. I have played 19. I don't know if that's on this list. Yeah, it is. I've played that game. I don't know where I'm going to rank it yet, but I'll rank it somewhere. Royal Rumble, I never played. Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Actually, I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't played a lot of wrestling games. Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Showdown Legends of Wrestling. I actually recently just sold that game. It's not very good, but I feel like it's better than the Raw game because like at least it has some content in it. So I'll give it a D. And like, yeah, all the Legends games kind of suck, not gonna lie. Okay, I never played Smackdown. I've barely played any of the Smackdown games. Shut Your Mouth I have recently on an emulator, so it wasn't that great, but it was still good enough. So I will give it a good tier. Plus, I've seen a lot of people play it, so I know it's at least like a B plus. I think like Here Comes the Pain is like marginally better, but I feel like this is like the game that really made it, like the Smackdown games, so good. Because before they were good, but it's just like I feel like that's the game that really like got people going. If that makes sense. 2006 SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I'm pretty sure like I underrated this game last time. I was going at least. I mean, story is good. Roster's amazing. First ever time GM mode. And by the way, they are bringing GM mode back in 2K22, I've heard. So I expect a series on that when it comes out in March. But I'm going to put this at S. I think 2006 is S. 2007, on the other hand, I don't have as many fond memories of the game. But I know it's an amazing game. Like I've played all of them, and I know it's a good game. But I feel like because I had it on the PS2, it's not as good as like if I had it on the 360 or whatever, which I do have both. Yeah, but I feel like I'm just gonna leave it at A because like I feel like I have a bad experience or not as good experience with it. That's same with 2008. I feel like it's a lot better on the newer hardware, but I feel like I'm still just gonna give it like an A because I have went back to it and it's not that bad as I thought it was before. So I'm gonna give it an A because they implemented ECW. The GMO was still pretty good. And like the overall gameplay is just not that bad, so it's like, I feel like I'm just gonna give it that. 2009, yeah, this goes into a C. I do not like 2009. I'm debating could be a D, man. But like, no, I'll keep it as C because it's still a SmackDown versus Raw game, but I feel like it's not that good. 2010. By the way, I'm going past these like fast because I have ranked these before. I'm trying to talk more about the games I haven't ranked before. But 2010, it's kind of. I'll put B plus because like the Road to WrestleMania mode is so much better than 2009. In 2009, I feel like they didn't try hard on the 2009 Road to WrestleMania, but on 2010, like the storylines are perfect on the Road to WrestleMania. I feel like this one's boring and this one's more like fun to play. That's just my opinion, but 2011 for me is goated. I told a story last time I ranked this game about me this being the first game I actually bought myself as an 11-year-old because I was born in 2000, and I feel like that's why it's going into at least A. I'll put it in B plus because it's first universe mode. Road to WrestleMania was good. Roster was all right. I think the game's pretty good. So, but yeah, like I said, I already ranked that game before. SmackDown versus Raw, the first one, I feel like it's kind of reminds me of Here Comes the Pain. So I feel like that's why it's going to go into A. I have a lot of games in A. But yeah, I feel like this is definitely like good enough to be an A tier because it's just such a good game. It just reminds me of it feels like a sequel to Here Comes the Pain in my opinion. And I feel like just has like all the wrestlers that were in Here Comes the Pain that weren't rated highly, just rated highly, like Randy Orton and John Cena and all those guys. So yeah, that's why I like SmackDown versus Raw. Also, the season mode's pretty good. So Survivor, I've never played that game in my life. TNA Impact, honestly, I have fun playing TNA Impact, so I'm gonna give it a B. The gameplay is not great, but I feel like the roster, like if once you unlock everybody, of course, I feel like once you unlock everybody, the game's actually pretty good. Because that's like guys like AJ Styles that you never get to play until like obviously you went to WWE. Like you never got a chance to play with Samoa Joe, obviously Kurt Angle, but like you never got a chance to play with all these TNA wrestlers. Now this is the only game that they have, so it's like to me the game's still pretty good. And also the story mode's pretty good. I watched some YouTubers play it recently, and like I played it myself, and I feel like it's a good game. So. Backstage Assault, I've never played it. I've seen people play it, and I feel like it's really bad. Actually, should I just rank it just because I know how bad it is? I feel like I'm just going to rank it at F because I know how bad it is. Mayhem, I've never played, so I've never even seen anybody play it. So Nitro, I never played. NWO Revenge, I know it's a good game, but I've never played it. So all these WCW games I wasn't even alive for. And like all these old games, I feel like I have to really get on my like WWE grind and WCW grind because I never played any of these games. This game I never played. This game I've also never played. I never played this game either. WrestleMania 21 I have played. It's kind of like just graphics and that's it. Like the gameplay's kind of mid. But like I feel like the game's still good enough to at least be over like an F. I'll give it like a C because like the game's not bad. It has a good roster and it is based on WrestleMania. So like at least I feel like the graphics really save this game from being completely trash, like in like a D or like an F. But like yeah, I'd probably give it a C because it's not bad per se, but like it's not very good. So yeah. I never played this game. Never played WrestleMania 18. Now I'm starting to feel like these games, like the WrestleMania games I didn't play, like these ones over here. Why do I feel like those are different games? Or they're just the same game, people just put them on twice. Because I've never played any of that game that I know of. WrestleMania 19, honestly, I've played it. I'm just putting it there for a second while I scroll up. WrestleMania 19 is probably a B for me because the gameplay is kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of the Day of Reckoning gameplay from like the first one. I don't even know if Day of Reckoning on this list. It should be. No, I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it's right here. But yeah, I feel like it deserves at least a B because like the roster's so deep in that game Like, and also I feel like it was one of the best times of wrestling. But like, I feel like if they should have made a WrestleMania 17 game, because I don't think they did on that. But I feel like it deserves at least a B because of how good the game, like the roster, the graphics for the time, and the gameplay is itself. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. WrestleMania 12. WrestleMania 12 is pretty good. Not even gonna lie, with the Jacob Cass storyline at the end. I'll probably rank it at a B. It's kind of like a B or B plus because the roster's pretty bad, but like this Road to WrestleMania is so good. I don't know. I gotta kind of rank it mid because there's not too much to do, but the unlockables are pretty good in universe mode. I'm kind of like on the edge. I'll probably put it in like the front, so it's like a B minus, not like a B minus, but like B plus, but like not a B plus. If that makes sense. Like it's good enough to be a B plus, but like not at the same time because I feel like all these games are so much better than that game. And Supercard is like, but I play it still, so I can't even say that I don't like it. WWE 13 is definitely going into A because I had so much fun with that game playing through the Attitude Era. Like I know, like obviously, like you could just rewatch the Attitude Era, and not like spend $60 on a game to like play it again. But like I feel like the game made it so well, and like they picked every single good moment from the Attitude Era that like it's worth a play. And also the roster is really good, and I feel like it was one of the better WWE. And I had it was one of the better WWE games, and I had this thing on Wii, so like I had a disadvantage between everybody else. So 2K14 is goated. I already have to talk about it. Everyone knows it's goated. It's not an A. It's going to S tier because the game is just so damn good. I don't even care what anybody says. This game is freaking perfect as like the best 2K game by far. 2K19 is up there, but like I feel like 2K14. I'm pretty sure it's 2K14. 2K14 is by far my favorite 2K game. It's probably one of my favorites in between these three, even possibly, because it has, like I said, 30 years of WrestleMania, defeat the streak, create a finisher, create a story, perfect universe mode, great roster. It's like I can just go on and on about 2K14, man. It's goated. 2K15, on the other hand, if we're talking about 2K15 next gen, like on PS4, it's kind of mid. But if you're talking about 2K15 on Xbox 360, PS3, that kind of like balances out to at least be maybe like a C. Because I feel like 2K15 on PS4 is kind of like bare bones and not great. But 2K15 on Xbox 360, which is what I had it on, was kind of good because it's 2K14 with updated graphics and updated wrestler roster. And also they added an NXT mode. So, I mean, personally, I feel like 2K15 was pretty decent, but like on PS4 it was bad. So that's why it balanced out to a C. So, yeah. We're getting to a lot more. Okay, actually, I'm just going to get rid of all the games that I have not played. So, Aftershock, I've never played. Crush Hour, I have played. So I'm pretty sure it's not that good. Like I haven't played it much. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna put it at C because I know it's like kind of mid. It's kind of like eh. But like I haven't played it much. I only played it like I think like twice or 3 times. So it's like I can't really debate on that. Legends of WrestleMania I have played. This one I've never played. So I'm just gonna get rid of all the ones I have not played. Universal I have played. WF Attitude I've never played. Betrayal I never played, even though I know it's pretty good, I think. No, Betrayal's not good. That's not a good game, I think. King of the Ring I've never played. Raw I've never played. WrestleMania Challenge I've never played. Basically all the old games before I was born I never played. This one I never played. Warzone I've never played. With Authority. This one I never played. This one I've never played. I've never played this one. I have played the Smackdown game, so I'll rank that. I never played this game, and I think that's about it. Yeah, I've played the rest of these. So that's a lot of games I never played. I gotta get on my wrestling grind. Okay, so we're going with 2K16. 2K16 is hella better than 2K17. And again, I had it on PS3 and Xbox 360 because it took me a while to get a PS4. I think I didn't get a PS4 till like, no, I think I got a PS4 in 2K 2016. But I feel like 2K16, like it had the Stone Cold mode. It had, what else did it have? It had a decent career mode. That's what 2K15 lacked, a decent career mode. The career mode was pretty good. I feel like I feel like it's up here with like these games. Probably. I feel like it's at the end of like this game. So yeah, I feel like 2K16 is pretty good. 2K17 is probably one of the 2Ks I played the most, and like it's probably my least favorite for some reason. It's not bad per se, but I feel like it's just not memorable, if that makes sense. So like I feel like 2K17 is kind of just like the career mode's just like good, but it's like it's not great. And then like what else would they have? Cause I remember the career mode. I think like the only thing I remember is like you can become like a Paul Heyman guy, or is that 2K18? I think that's 2K17. You can become a Paul Heyman guy, and then like your T-shirt sales, and then like. But I feel like the matches were just too repetitive in the career mode, so I feel like I'm gonna give it a B because it's not like all the 2K games other than 2K20 are not bad. They're just not great, if that makes sense. 2K18. 2K18 is when you were able to run around the backstage area, but then like that got boring, and there was like Baron Blade, and I know Denkoff hates Baron Blade, so I know like I don't understand why they got Baron Blade to be like the guy in the back. That made no sense to me. I don't know why it's like what's 2K's obsession with Baron Blade, but 2K18 was already good, but like it wasn't, like I said, it's probably like B with 2K17 because like the Kurma wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I feel like the only reason why I didn't like it because I feel like they tried to be too realistic with it because like they wanted me to like lose to this wrestler, and it's like if I'm playing a career mode, I don't want to lose. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to lose to put some other guy over. If that makes sense. Like it doesn't really make sense for me to like be playing a wrestling game and be told to lose. Like that's what I mean. So that's probably the reason why like I didn't like the career mode in this, and like obviously like the universe mode and everything's the same. I don't think they had a like these two. I don't think they. Oh, this one was DLC with a showcase. This one didn't have a showcase. That's probably why it was very bare bones as 2K. 2K19. Here's 2K19. 2K19 had. 2K19 had what? 2K19 had. It had the $1 Million Challenge. It had the shit, what else did it have? It had the $1 Million Challenge. I know, like I'm just bringing it up. Like I know where 2K19 is going. It's going in A. Oh, not S, not S. 2K19 just was so good. Like it's just good. Like people like were trashing it when it first came out. I remember a lot of people trashing it, but then like once 2K20 came out, this game was like the goated game of 2K. And like it just had so many features. It had like the Daniel Bryan showcase, I think, decent universe, a good career storyline. Creation Suite was alright. Roster was good. Had AJ Styles on the cover, one of my favorites. So I mean that's already up there. So yeah, 2K20. We all know where 2K20 is going. It's not going in F because I don't want to be too predictable. But I feel like what it deserves to be is probably, I can't give it like a D because it's not that bad, but it did almost kill the 2K series. Like I just played 2K20 yesterday and I had a decent time with it because they did fix a lot of the issues with it. It's still a buggy mess, don't get me wrong, but like it's not as bad as it once was. So I feel like I have to give it at least a C for that reason. Because the game itself is getting better, and like they still have like the Creation Suite, the showcase mode, which I mean I don't really like showcase mode, but like they have it and it's still a feature. And it's like the career mode was kind of not very good, but like it was decently long. So because it was longer than 2K19, and that's the one thing I liked about 2K20's career mode. That was a little bit longer, and actually I've finished it, which I mean is almost 3 years later, and I finally finished it. So I mean, you can tell how much I play that game. Day of Reckoning, the first Day of Reckoning, kind of has to go with WrestleMania. It has to go with WrestleMania 19 because I feel like these are like identical games. Like they're literally identical in my opinion. Where did I put the second? Oh, I put Day of Reckoning 2. Yeah, I can feel like that's probably proper. I feel like Day of Reckoning 2 really improved on Day of Reckoning a lot. Not so much to where it's like S tier between B tier, but I feel like they did improve on it. That's why I feel like this is B tier. Okay, so we have Legends of WrestleMania. I didn't like this game. I only played it once at one of my friend's house, and I personally don't like the control scheme. I feel like it's too much QuickTime events, and I just don't like the game in general. I feel like the roster is saving it, and I feel like all the other Legends games, it's kind of just a D. I don't know. I just feel like that's just kind of the way it is, you know? Because I feel like the game needs to have more than just Legends to sell copies. I feel like the gameplay has to be at least decent. Mayhem, I have played, but not very much. It's kind of like the typical like wrestling phone game, so I kind of have to give it like... It's kind of like just a C. It's kind of just good. It's not bad. It's just good, you know? Same with this Universe game. It's kind of just like there in a way. Like I personally don't play it, so like I don't play it often. I just kind of just like play it when I'm bored. Like I have them all downloaded obviously, but like I just play it when I'm bored. So it's like I can't really rank it as like a game I'm gonna play. I get excited to play. Like it's not gonna be a B because like if it's a B, I get excited to play it still. So it's like that's what I'm saying, you know. So like yeah, the TV game. Honestly, like. I'm surprised I've had this, but I have had it, and it's very bad. But for a TV game, like, it's so nostalgic, I'm gonna give it at least, like, a B. Like, the roster's so small, but I think it's one of the last games that had Eddie Guerrero in it, I'm pretty sure. And like, that's kind of, like, kind of mad that a TV plug-in game had Eddie Guerrero in it. For me, like, that's nostalgic right there. The graphics are terrible. Like it looks like a game from like 1980s. I don't even think there was many games in the 1980s, but like I feel like the graphics are so terrible. But like, what do you expect from like a plug-in game for like $20 you can get at Walmart? It's like I feel like it's good enough to be at least a B. And like every time I played it, I don't have it now, but like when I used to play it, it gave me nostalgia. So I'll just leave it at that. I also had before I get to the next one, I also had the Bugs Life and like Toy Story and stuff. Oh my god, I loved those plug-in games when I was a kid. I think we also had a Dora one. That was my sister's, obviously. I didn't play it that often. So we're gonna save one game in particular. I don't know if you guys can see one game in particular for last. The Smackdown game. I feel like the first game is actually pretty good. It's got to be at least a B because like it's the beginning of an amazing franchise. Because like the SmackDown games are probably one of the highly regarded wrestling series of all time, other than SmackDown versus Raw. I feel, and the 2K series is obviously like one of the worst because people don't like the 2K games. But like I feel like the SmackDown series are probably the highest rated 2K not 2K WWE games that you can find. So that's another reason why I haven't played it much. I only played it like a little bit on an emulator. So again, I played some of these games on an emulator and I can't really, you know, but from what I've seen, it's pretty good. So, and saving the best for last, obviously, because this is probably the best game. Like, of course, I haven't played much of it, obviously. I only played it on an emulator, like I said, but just having emulation of this game is pretty damn good. So, yeah, it's got to be No Mercy. Oh, wait, this is bad. I have to put it here. So these two are by far the best. If I could put like this one over here, but I can't. But yeah, so No Mercy is by far the best. Like people know it's the best. Like personally, like I personally don't see the complete hype over it, but I know it is a good game. But like if I had my personal opinion, on here. It's not as good as people make it out to be, but it's still better than like all these games here, and like even these three. It's like kind of like, no, I wouldn't say it's better than Here Comes the Pain. It's kind of like these two are interchangeable for me, but that's usually most wrestling fans. But yeah, that's my list. I realize I need to play a lot more WWE games, but I feel like a lot of these games aren't even that good anyways. So I mean, like I'm not missing too much. But yeah, if you got yeah, see, as you guys can see, yeah. So I've played all these games, and I feel like I was gonna like close the video, but it's like I can't believe I haven't played all these games. But yeah, so if you guys think my list is okay, let me just revise it once, just to make sure before I close out the video. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good with my list. I feel like there's nothing else I can really say, to be honest. I feel like everything I put in is like a decent like place. But yeah, so if you guys liked my tier list videos, if you guys think they're too long, tell me, I can make them shorter. But yeah, if you guys like my tier list videos, if you guys want to see anything else, please like shoot in the comments. Like I'd love to, like, anything you guys want to see, I'll post. It's fine with me. And yeah, if you guys like it, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.